back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window, I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, lethal weapons, lethal injections throughout your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling steady on the G-pop. Lights up, mics up. Good morning, good people of the world. Get them likes up. Hit that subscribe. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the This, That, and the Third Morning Show. I am your host, Challz Brown. All right, we are ready. We are ready to rock out. We are live. Andy Pandy Pie in the building. First one in the chat. We are woke. Right? For lack of a better word, we are woke. I've been woke. It's hard being this woke, gang. How we doing? Listen, man, it is a lot going on. Let me see who's in the chat this early in the morning. Early Thursday morning, I put breakfast on your table. How we looking? Okay, let me see. Cam's in the building. Space Jam Menace in the building. Oh, yeah, we get the jump early. It's a lot to discuss. It is a lot to discuss. Becky McBath, Miss Hummus in the building, Miss B in the building, Miss BJ, KC Shanae. Am I saying that right? Or is that K Shanae? K Shanae in the building. All right. Just Auntie. Oh, no, hold on. Justiny. Salute to Justiny. How you doing? Pseudo cute nerd in the building, right? Almost. I don't think it ain't Friday, is it? Can't be. Is it ain't Friday? Ain't no way. Nah. Nerd, it's Thursday. Thank you for the jewels. We running jewels early in the morning. We've been live for 2 minutes. We already got jewels. Listen, that's what I like to see. Appreciate you guys for the jewels. Let me see what else is going on. Rainy Feathers, Jerry Berry. How we sounding though? Let me see. Make sure we sounding. You guys hear me clear or crystal clear? Let me see. Jerry Berry said good morning. Guys, I went to make my coffee and no cream, gang. I bought the cream and we didn't even bring it in the house. Gang, this happens, gang. That's a lot of stuff going on. Busy things. Couch Potatoes. What's up, Couch Potatoes? Tom G, India. We stocking in here. We getting in here this morning, gang. It's so much going on. It is so much going on. It's so much going on, gang. I don't know if I can get to it all today. I'm going to do my best. Dre Ski, India. Let me see. Nerd running Jules, Pseudo Q. Nerd running Jules. Joey D. Stacy Bay from Simoran. Peace from East Orlando. Salute to East O. Appreciate you in the building. Let me see who else got. We got Ava Black. Did I say Diego already? Diego in the building. Casey said the sound is good. Well, shit, what we doing then? Let's start this show. Let's start. First of all, it's hot. Man, listen. I'm going to be honest. I like the heat. But when you doing the show in the heat, it's different. It hit different, gang. I'm going to be honest. Let me see what else going on before we get started. Static Bay. I already shouted out Static Bay. Did I say that name right the first time? Static from the... All right, I got it. Richard. Your Music Diva. What's Pro Town? Andy Pandy said, what's Pro Town? What's Pro Town? I don't know. Joey D said, I miss Providence. Providence got it popping, gang. It's been going crazy. Let me see what else going on. Let's get the likes up. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to get down to the DMV. Look, guys, before we get started, remember, The merch just dropped. This, that, and the third merch is up. All right. My guy, Ugly Professor, just dropped his album. I'm on there. The intro from this show is on there. Addition by Subtraction. Make sure you go download that. Go play that. All right. And tap into my guys over there at black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S., okay? Richard, I appreciate you for them jewels. Gang, listen, there's so much going on. I don't even know. You know what I want to do? I want to do this. I want to start on some I told you so stuff. Okay, gang? Can I do this? I want to start on some I told you so. Right? I read the comments and I do hear you guys' voices. And a lot of you agree with me on this 38 Spesh. Damon in the building. Right? SK in the building. I didn't say you did nothing, SK. Scorpio 901 in the building. Tamara Star. Gang, listen. Let me get to the show. Girly Jock in the building. I want to start off on some hip-hop stuff, right? First things first, we getting into some hip-hop stuff. Because 38 Spesh did an AI video. It's not about it being AI. It's just a video dissing Jim Jones, which is fine. Rappers going to rap. Rappers going to diss. 38 Spesh dissed Jim Jones, Jadakiss, and Fat Joe, which is cool. Rappers can diss people. That's not my issue. But my issue was when I talked to 38 Spesh, I don't know if you guys, you should know what's going on, but I'm going to say it anyway. Right? You should know what's going on, but I'm going to break it down real quick anyway. And we got a lot to get to, so I want to get to this one. 38 Spesh, right? The rapper out of Buffalo. He had an issue. He has an issue with Jadakiss, which I understand. Rappers going to rap and they're going to retaliate, this, that, and the third. But I said, okay, we heard you, right? He dissed Jada. He did more dissing of Jim Jones than anybody. And I did 2 videos, and I probably got a third one coming. I said, okay, 38. This is not that serious to go full-on war like this, right? 38 wanted the verse from Jada. He didn't get it, allegedly, because he says he smoked Jada on a track. The track was called Sunday School, and he got the better of Jadakiss on a Benny the Butcher, Jadakiss, and 38 Spesh. He says he got the better of Jadakiss, and now Jadakiss don't want to work with him no more. And my thing with this 38 Spesh thing, what I told 38 Spesh, right? I said, 38, I get it that you're feeling away, but what's going to happen is you're going to start to alienate people because they're going to have to choose sides. I said, I understand your issues with Jadakiss stem from more or less ego. Let's just be honest. It's more of an ego thing. And I understand that you feel a way that rappers got to rap. And I had people in my comments saying, Challz, rappers got to rap. This is hip-hop. We even had Benzino pop up out of nowhere saying, this is hip-hop, guys. No, anybody can diss. No, just because he's a legend, that don't mean he can't be dissed. This is hip-hop, right? Even Benzino, even you, right? Salute you for the super chat, Scorpio. Appreciate you. Benzino was saying, and SK super, I'm sorry, not super chat, the Jews. And SK, Bethany in the building, done deal. So listen, even Benzino came out the woodwork saying, nah, stop coddling Jada. Rappers gonna have to rap. Even legends gotta hold their steel. Okay? And that's fine. But what I told Spesh, I said, Jada's already cemented in this game. You're not yet. Yes, people have heard of you, and you're a really good rapper. I like 38 Spesh. I keep saying that. But I said 38, you got to understand, no matter what you write on that paper, Jada already going to win this. Right? Jada already going to win this just off name alone. Fall back. You made your point. Leave it alone. No, what happened was he dropped the record. This was before he even dropped the record called Fool's Mate. And he threw Chrissy in there. Chrissy, Jim Jones's girlfriend. right? He threw her in there on some street stuff, saying she don't do this, that, and the third, right? That obviously upset Jim Jones, and it upset a lot of other people. Which is, people are like, if you're dissing Jada and Jim Jones, why are you bringing Nicki? I'm sorry, you're bringing in Chrissy. And what I had said was, okay, 38, right here is where we can dial this back. You already said what you said, just like Conway and Funk Master Flex had their issues. They dialed it back. Conway ended up going on Funk Master Flex and freestyling, which is all he wanted to do in the first place, right? So what I had said in the video, I was like, what's going to happen, 38? Those opportunities you used to get, they're going to get taken away. So I said all that to say this. Exactly what I said happened, because 38 went in with the diss record. He got his homeboys dissing. Now it's back and forth. Everybody's talking about, yo, what's up with this? Everybody's calling everybody snitches and this, that, and the third. Right? Now the problem with that is, what I said was going to happen, I said some of them podcasters are going to have to take sides. And what just happened was Joe Budden has now banned 38 Spesh off the Joe Budden podcast because of the Chrissy dissing. I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, Joe Budden went on the podcast and said, I had 38 Spesh booked before he dropped the record. He said 38 Spesh was supposed to come up here and break down his grievances about Jada and Fat Joe. He was going to come on the Joe Budden podcast, which is a massive look for 38 Spesh. Massive look. Now Joe Budden has said, since he heard that record and that Spesh was talking crazy about Chrissy, and he rocks with Chrissy and Jim Jones. What I told 38 Spesh, I said, he got more allegiances than you, right? He got more allegiances. And some of these podcasters are going to choose Jada over you. And now we just saw it happen. It's not about being a sucker or soft. It's not about tucking your tail or whatever. It's about playing this game. 38 Spesh has this thing about, yo, they not real dudes in the business. Okay, it's a business though. That's why it's not the streets, right? That's why it's not the streets. You can't play rap business like you play the streets. Yeah, you can rap about street stuff, this, that, and the third. You can't play this game like that. So what I said actually just happened. And it ain't going to be the last podcast that bans them. This is what you got to understand. They're going to choose Jada. Jada has 30 years in this business. Jada was rapping with Biggie Smalls. Toy, I see you. What's good? Toy in the building. Big Sis God in the building. So I said, I miss a Tiff in the building too. And the trees. I said 38, we can dial this back before it gets too far. He dropped the record, and now what I actually say, listen, when I'm talking on these things, man, I don't be dissing. I be giving dudes advice. I say it all the time. I gave Mav Hoffa mad advice, Drake mad advice. Everybody that I'm talking to, I give them advice. It's never hate. Never. Right? And I said 38, you're trying to make a game. You want to be legendary. That's why you try to pay Jada for the verse. You want to rap with legends and prove that you're a legend too. You don't become a legend by dissing a legend. Them days over. We just saw what Joey Badass tried to do last year. Backfired. So you can't diss a legend to become a legend. That ain't how. I know Nas said, "Yo, Jay-Z understood the rules of the game. You gotta kill the king to become the king." That don't work no more. People just if you already a king, you can't kill him no more. Not with verses, not with rhymes, unless you're already on his level. You're not on his level. You're not on his level. You probably should have dialed it back, but he turned it up. He went to Summer Jam, dissed him on the stage, and he really got more smoke for Jim Jones than Jada. Let's just be honest. But what I said was true, and now Spesh is banned on. Let me see what homeboy just said. Who was that? It's me saying, but the legend can diss you. I don't think Jada dissed him. Jada defended himself. He reminded him. He said, "Is this about a legacy? Is this about a verse or a career?" Jada really never dissed 38. I don't know why people were saying that. And Benzino said that too. Yo, he can defend himself. Legends could be tested. This, that, the third. I understand that, but you also got to play chess. You got to pick your battles. You got to understand what's at stake if you lost. And you got to understand some of these battles ain't worth fighting. And I know he's gonna say, "Oh, I don't care about no Joe Budden, this, that, and the third." But you do care because you were gonna go up there, and now you got to have your whole team, all the artists that he got. Now they're gonna end up banned some kind of way from different things. Some of this stuff ain't worth it, gang. And that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. Yes, you can diss dudes and battle, but they're going to be repercussions. They're going to be repercussions, and that's that. So that's the story. 38 Spesh is banned from the Joe Budden podcast for his remarks on Chrissy. And some of you may say, forget Joe Budden, it's some sucker shit. It's whatever. That's not the point. It's going to be other podcasts that can't bring him on. Whereas he would have had carte blanche to build his brand even better. And his artists that he got. Now, the artists out here, they got to jump into this battle, take on this beef. It's really not even a real beef. It turned up because Jim Jones said what he said about his gear. All right? I'm going to leave it at that, man. That's the story. Joe Budden has banned 38 Spesh from the podcast. Right? Shay said he didn't even begin to diss Jada. Right? Just Chrissy. That's what hurt him. Not the dissing Jada. Right. Facts. Right? Toy said, I heard Spesh response and hung that no battle up. Spesh lost before he responded. Such a dumb move. I felt like to him, and I think somebody, I ain't gonna say somebody in his ear, but it's a good look to get on the national stage, but not like this. Not against a man like Jada. Somebody else, maybe somebody else. Not Jada. Jada is way too beloved in the hood. All right? Miss Summer said 38 don't want that smoke. He should have known better. So that's it. That's the story. It's consequences. And it's a lot of rappers that could give they left nut to get to go on the Joe Budden podcast. I'm just going to be honest. Millions of people you're exposed to. Millions. You see these big rappers going on there. So you can't blow it off like it's not that serious. It's a problem. It's a problem. And it's going to be more. Oh, I'm sorry, Shy. Shy. I got you. Going forward. All right. Spesh so scared to kiss. He should have just went out like J. Cole. At least I would have respected him more. Trailblazer. All right, salute. Me Love James in the building, salute. So let me keep it pushing, man. There's so much going on I want to get to. Tory Lanez, guys. I don't know if you know, but Tory Lanez is trying to sue the California Department of Corrections for that. He got stabbed last year. And he just hit a roadblock. He has a $100 million lawsuit over his stabbing incident. And they've just filed to dismiss the whole case. Now, if you do know anything about the case, what happened to him was pretty foul. Right? We're going to read it and have a conversation. But he got stabbed several times by another inmate, which they're supposed to try to avoid that, right? They're supposed to try to keep you safe when you're in the penal system, when you're in the correctional system. So Tory Lanez is suing California for $100 million, but they're saying that the lawsuit is bogus and it can't even be filed under federal law. This article is on allhiphop.com by Grouchy Greg Watkins. Tory Lanez prison stabbing lawsuit met with an unexpected legal barrier after the CDCR claimed the 11th Amendment immunity. California's Department of Corrections filed a motion to dismiss his federal complaint on July 29th, arguing federal courts have no power over a state agency. Holy crap. That lawsuit grew out of a violent attack on Tory Lanez that took place on May 12, 2025 inside a Tehachapi P. All right, I'm going to go with Tehachapi Prison. You can tell I ain't never been there. All right. As all hip-hop's original reporting on the stabbing detailed, a fellow prisoner named Santino Casio approached Peterson with the shank he fashioned inside the California Correctional Institution. Tory Lanez absorbed 16 stab wounds from that assault spread across his torso, back, head, and face. He suffered 2 collapsed lungs, was airlifted to a hospital in Bakersfield, and spent time on a ventilator before stabilizing. Speaking from behind bars in his first broadcast interview with NBC News, Lanez said the experience has taken a serious mental toll. Quote, truthfully, I've done my best to keep my head above water, but mentally, I've gone through trauma that I sometimes struggle with, he said. So this is a lot going on, right? This is a lot going on. So he's filing a lawsuit against them because he's saying that they let a man fashion a shank. First things first, if this is indeed a state-run facility, I don't know how the federal government is going to be able to have any jurisdiction. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Maybe his lawyers know something that I don't, but they're filing for a dismissal. Hasn't been dismissed yet, but they're saying it should. Casio has, Casio had been incarcerated since 2004 on life-term convictions for second-degree murder and first-degree attempted murder against a pregnant teenage victim. So this guy is a lifer. He also accumulated an assault charge inside prison in 2008 and a weapons manufacturing conviction in 2018. So homeboy been making weapons for a while. Tory Lanez attorneys argue that management deliberately placed them together despite knowing Casio's full history and Peterson's elevated risk as a celebrity inmate. The lawsuit also faults guards for responding too slowly and skipping available tools like smoke bombs or flash grenades. Lanez's legal team set damages at roughly $1 million per wound, plus $10 million per permanent facial scarring. So every wound, they want a million, and then they want $10 million for his facial scars. The filing adds that prison staff took Peterson's handwritten songbooks full of unreleased material after the attack and never gave them back. Court documents obtained by All Hip Hop show CDCR pressing 2 separate legal theories to exit the case permanently and without amendment. CDCR contends that states aren't and can't be held liable under the federal civil rights law. The state argues 11th Amendment immunity shields the agency from every claim Tory Lanez brought, regardless of whether it arises under state or federal law. Tory Lanez entered prison after a Los Angeles jury convicted him of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the feet on July 2020. He was found guilty in December of 2022 on 3 felonies, including assault with a semi-automatic firearm, and sentenced to 10 years following August. Both California Court of Appeal and State Supreme Court have rejected his efforts to overturn those convictions. So Tory Lanez lawsuit, they are trying to get it tossed. We don't know what it's going to end up being, but that's where we are with that. All right. Salute to Vina in the building. All right. Andy Pandy said he's trying to frame another black woman for his crime, despite male DNA being on the gun. This man is evil, and he will be back in prison when he is released, likely for a life sentence, unfortunately. Okay? Girly Jock said, suck it up, buttercup. Okay? You guys choosing violence this morning. Okay, let me see what else going on. Poison Ivy, shout out Poison Ivy. And I love my mods, man. A peace and love to all mods. You guys do a hell of a job. All right? I just been meaning to tell you that. Locks in the building. Charmed nerd. Locks said, dang, he got poured out. Diego is going off of $1 million per wound. Tiff said homeboy got a gift for making weapons. Homeboy making them shanks. He probably making that toilet wine too. Oh yeah, homeboy got a nice little bed and breakfast up in that joint. Dude got all kind of shit. Probably got wine, hash browns. Yeah, dude cooking. Dude done made a home. He done made a house into a home up in that bitch. Dead ass. Jinxie in the building. She said people get knifed every day, B. Walk it all. Gang, listen, I'm going to keep this pushing because I initially thought it was a dine and dash, but your girl Nicki didn't dine and dash. What she did, allegedly, they're saying that she didn't pay anything. Forget the dine and dash. They suing Nicki for a whole lot more than a dine and dash. And the name she chose is funny as hell. We're going to get to this Nicki Minaj story, right? We're going to get to this Nicki Minaj story. What she chose as a name, so they're saying that she owes money under a fake name. She booked a hotel, through all kind of events, this, that, and the third. And the name she used is low-key disrespectful. The fake name they're alleging that she used is Tory Spelling. If I'm not mistaken, Tory Spelling is from 90210, right? Y'all remember the white girl from 90210? That's Tory Spelling, right? like that little kid said in that, I think in the movie's called Little Giants. He said, pitch to Johnny. I'm Johnny, right? Tory Spelling, like, what the hell? So allegedly, Nicki Minaj did a dine and dash, but it's a whole thing. They saying they got the receipts, they got the deets. We got the deets. And I'm going to read this story on allhiphop.com, right? Nicki Minaj unmasked as Tori Spalding. Did I say Spelling? Oh, she didn't say Spalding. I'm sorry, my bad. She didn't say Spelling. All right, guys. It's not her. She can breast easy. They not coming, Tori. It's Tori Spalding. All right? And she's accused of skipping out on a $103,000 hotel bill. Nicki's hotel alias Terry Spalding is now a court exhibit as 24/7 Productions files a sworn $103,000 receipt and a $275,000 lawsuit against Nicki Minaj. Nicki checked into a hotel as Tori Spalding, right? Not Tori Spelling, not to be confused. And the company called 24/7 Productions just filed the $103,000 bill in court. Now they want every dollar back. All right. So they showed it. They showed allhiphop.com has pictures of the that's right, gang. She did play Donna. Tori Spelling played Donna. Tori Spelling played Donna. And I'm sure she wouldn't walk out on a hotel bill because her dad is Aaron Spelling, and they got that. They low-key got that money. So Tori Spelling ain't running out on nobody hotel bill. Okay? It's Tori Spalding, guys. All right? So let me finish the article. In December 2023, 24/7 Productions ran production for Nicki Minaj's Jingle Ball. They were in Chicago and Atlanta. They also handled her Pink Friday 2 album launch week in New York City. The company paid for the staffing, the lighting, the sound, security, transportation, and the hotels out of pocket, fronting more than $255,000, expecting to be reimbursed. That's what happens, gangs, when you do those things. Sometimes you'll pay for everything and they reimburse you, okay? And you're hoping that they will. Sometimes they won't. Let me continue. The Jingle Ball shows pulled in roughly $650,000 for Minaj's company, Pink Friday Productions. And 24/7 never saw any of it. Gang, that's shady, gang. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it a buck. That's low-key trifling. 100%. 100%. And I get tired of hearing these celebrities do that. And Trump does that too. It was highly likely you weren't going to get paid on that side. MAGA, oh yeah, their new thing is make America great, but we ain't paying you shit. All right. For nearly 2 years, they chased payment and got the same reply every time. A promise to look into that. It never produced a check. They finally filed a lawsuit demanding $275,149 plus interest, naming both Nicki Minaj and Pink Friday Production as defendants. Nicki Minaj responded in July by seeking to be personally removed from the case. Her lawyer said she never signed anything with 24/7 and that she can't be personally liable for her company's bills. Oh boy, right? Chick Smooth's in it. Oh boy. Hey guys. Nicki Minaj says she don't gotta pay if it's her company. It ain't her. Go sue them over there, right? They called it an ill-advised attempt to sue a famous deep pocket. Gang, that's crazy. That's like homegirl yesterday from the Usher show talking about pretty girl privileges, right? This is an ill-advised attempt to sue a famous deep pocket. And she also wants 24/7 to cover her legal fees. All Hip Hop obtained a statement from CEO Michael John Davies Pryor and the Langham Hotel folio itself, both of which revealed Nicki's alias. The folio lists the guests as Tori Spalding, room 2,504 at $9,500 per night for 7 nights. 7 nights, gang. It's safe to say we can't afford that. Tori Spalding can, apparently. 4 additional rooms were billed to the same master account, and with every entry reading routed from Tori Spalding, right? Routed from Spalding Tori, covering crew and staff for the entire day. The charges posted directly to her suite tell the rest of the story. A private kitchen dinner on December 12th ran $1,900, and room delivery fees added up across multiple days of the stay. The minibar tab at checkout included Avion water, Coca-Cola, M&M peanuts, and Pringles. Gang, this is hilarious. Now we get to know what we're looking at when we want to book these things, gang. Gather your penny, save your money, gang. We can all go. We can all go to the Langham and just run it up. The Fort Lauderdale stop added $25,000, covering her 4-season suite at $3,800 a night, plus separate rooms for her security team and stylist. 24/7 paid every dollar bill of that too. Good God. Pryor also swore Nicki Minaj personally approved every budget work began and that her team confirmed the debt in writing. Gang, what's going on? What's going on, gang? First of all, this is the same thing that Drizzy going through. Let's just be honest with that other lawsuit. With the loans, that company, they're suing him and they're trying not to pay him back. They're trying not to pay the interest, this, that, and the third. I did a whole video on that, right? Something's going on over there at Young Money, Cash Money. Just gonna be honest. Nicki tried to get herself removed from the case, but they got you signing off. Girly Jock with the Jews, run the Jews. They said she should have used Roman Polanski. That wouldn't have been good. They would have swarmed that joint. Toxic is toxic with the Jews. Salute with the Uncle Alert Jews. Let me see if I missed any other Jews. Running Jews today, gang. Right? Running Jews. Running Jews. So, gang, it is a lot. How you going to tell them to take you off of the paperwork? They already said you signed for it yourself. Nick Mick said, I smell something. I do too. It's weirdo behavior. But gang, something's going on when you're going to try to dodge this when you literally have to sign for it. Guys, you can't book these places without some form of formal agreement. You can't even book this stuff. You can't call and say, it's me, Tori Spalding, give me the room and one for my mans. Like, it don't work. You got to really be serious. You got to have a real good amount of paper to even book these rooms. And they paid for the shit. How you going to say you ain't got nothing to do with it? Me love James with the Jews. It's looking crazy. Beautiful Leo. MAGA Minaj is looking financially shaky out here. And this not your typical stuff, right? Oh yeah, that trip to the mini bar, that look, you open it, you know how they got them fridges that you open and little alarm goes off. That little stuff in that mini bar ain't nothing. You could have ate all that. It wouldn't have amounted to none of this, right? Eat all the peanuts you want, don't matter. These bills is crazy. Oh, and they're gonna win. I don't know if you guys know, they're gonna win. It's gonna get settled out of court. It's no way you're gonna say you weren't involved. Sue them. Sue my company, not me. That's kind of crazy, gang. It's a little bit wild. It's actually a lot wild. All right? A lot going on. They even got a video from the ball. It says Nicki Minaj live at the Jingle Ball, right? So that really happened. Ain't no way around it. It happened, Queen. You got to you man up and take care of it, all right? Let me see what else going on. What else is going on, right? So they saying that the feds is doing little dirty, guys. They trying to sneak evidence back into the court that they were already told to remove. Lil Durk lawyers are coming at the prosecutors, right? The feds. Nick Mick with the Jews. Appreciate you. Running Jews. Run them Jews, guys. Appreciate the Jews. Lil Durk's attorneys, they not playing, gang. They watching. Somebody watching me, right? They're watching. They looking. Adrian with the Jews. I appreciate you. Chapo with the Jews. Lil Durk's team, they paying attention. Okay? They paying attention. They watching. J. Tom, they watching. And they said they caught the feds sneaking banned evidence back into the trial. Right? His lawyers say the feds try to sneak in gang photos and drug texts after a judge already ruled that evidence out. Lil Durk and his legal team caught the government trying to sneak evidence back into a trial it's already been told to keep out. The defense filed a motion Monday in Lamine to block a set of exhibits that prosecutors quietly added to their trial list on July 23rd, without going through the proper legal channels required to introduce them. The items include photos and texts referencing drugs, guns not connected to the charges, and what the motion calls evidence of other violence involving people who aren't even defendants. The motion specifically flags a text chat about marijuana sales in January 2023 between two people not even charged in the case. Another is a group text that appears to discuss an armed robbery from the September 2020. So, gang, they're pulling in a lot of stuff. They reaching. They trying to show clear criminal intent, but they low-key reaching too far. The judge told them to dial it back. Some people would say this is evidence of a weak case. Evidence of a weak case. When they start doing that, these are the feds. This is showing evidence. They might have expected him to take the plea. Remember with Diddy, they started showing the case started to crack. They had a whole bunch of charges on Diddy. Stuff started to fall through. They reduced a bunch of charges. They took out poor Kid Cudi's charge. They burnt up his we don't know who did it, but he claimed it was Diddy. They set his what kind of car was it? A BMW or a Saab, right? They cut a hole in the top, threw a Molotov cocktail in poor Kid Cudi's car, right? They charged Diddy with arson, right? Made Kid Cudi go on the stand, smoking a cigarette outside, right? Boosie called him a snitch, right? Did all that, and they threw the charges out. Kid Cudi went on stand for nothing. So they threw them charges out and more because the case got real weak. They ended up charging Diddy with four charges. He only got hit with one, right? So that's what it's looking like that's going down with Lil Durk. Because they're getting stuff thrown out. It's starting to look shady, shaky. I don't know what's going on, but keep an eye on that case, right? Keep an eye on that case. And beautiful Leo just hit it right on the head. The Fed's conviction rate is mostly based off of pleas. We get scared, we take the plea, right? They say, listen, you can take these 20 years or do 100. And we say, yeah, I'll take the 20. But Lil Durk, I don't know if he had that option or not, but he's fighting it, right? And what Andy Pandy say? They made them go away. Cudi saw Diddy there when his car blew up. Exactly. So I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I felt bad for Kid Cudi. He was stressed out, puffing on cigarettes outside the court. He clearly didn't want to be there. They played him, gang. I'm gonna be honest. They played Kid Cudi, and I got a soft place in my heart for Kid Cudi after seeing that, gang. Because they did him dirty, gang. They did him dirty. They put him on the stand and then dropped the charges, gang. I'm gonna be honest. Cabana Cafe with the Jews. Appreciate you running those jewels. All right. Let me see what else going on. It's a lot going on. Miss Tiny said mistrial. Big Hack in the building. Salute the Hack. Cat Williams. Yes, that Cat Williams. That's what we going. We say is that Cat Williams. That Cat Williams. And side note, right? Nick Mick for running Jules. Side note, did you guys know that Cat Williams is in a Kevin Hart movie? I was watching 72 Hours, and the dude Cat Williams wasn't AI. The dude Cat Williams pops up in the movie. Cat Williams not only pops up in the movie, he has some lines. Him and Kevin Hart start fighting. So them guys are officially, the beef is officially over. Cat Williams and Kevin Hart beef is officially over. He is in Kevin Hart's new movie. I don't know why more people aren't talking about that. But that's just a side note. Just a side note. The movie's called 72 Hours. I watched the whole thing. And Cat Williams is in a Kevin Hart movie, gang. This is not a drill. It is not AI. Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, they talk to each other in the movie. He's not in a different room. They're in the same room, gang. They are no longer beefing, Chris. I lost it. Beautiful Leo said justice for Kid Cudi's dog. They locked Kid Cudi's dog in the bathroom. That was wrong, right? Bethany said, I was planning to watch a 72-hour movie this weekend. Yep, you're going to get a surprise. Cat Williams is in a scene in there, and it is crazy because these guys start tussling. Yeah, spoiler alert. They start fighting in the movie, gang. And it's a long fight, too, so he had to be on set for a while. OGT said, I'm done with Cam. I'm still done with Cam. I don't care who make up with him. Andy said Kevin wanted that beef to be over. He looked up the Cat. I agree. People be picking and choosing when it comes to Cat. All right, CNI stepped in the chat. OGT said, listen, I'm all set with Kev. And he ain't funny. Kev ain't funny anyway. Let me see. Toy says, Sony put up millions on Dirk's behalf. Dirk finally got his father home, and Dirk goes in facing the same fate. We need our men. They don't give other people them kinds of sentences. All of that's facts. Chapo, you can watch that movie on Netflix. And I know, guys, they cutting back on the passwords. You can't just use everybody's passwords like you used to, right? You can't just do that. You might got to get that. They got a commercial. They got a commercial version of Netflix. I think it's $7.99. You can get Netflix, or you can get one of them services like I got one of them services that has all of the apps in one, and it's really good. I use Apollo, right? Really good. All the apps. I pay a set fee, get every channel, everything. So it is what it is. All right, let me see what else going on. What else going on? Shasha said, see, I got it right. It says pronounce Shasha. And you guys got to me, and I got it. This brain sometimes and stuff sticks sometimes. I'm slow, but stuff sticks sometimes. And I got it. Shasha. But was the movie even funny? So funny is subjective, right? I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say it's funny or not. I just watched it, right? I'm not gonna say it's funny because somebody gonna be like, it ain't funny. I just watched it. Okay? I just watched it. I'm gonna let y'all decide. Shy on Apollo, I think it's so if you pay for a year, it's cheaper, but I think it's $24 a month, $24.99. Literally get HBO, everything. It's a whole different, it's a different thing. Gang, I've been on Apollo about 3-4 years. It's a whole different thing. Right? It's a whole different thing. I could put a link in there, but it is what it is. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start hustling this Apollo. It is what it is. But listen, that's that. Lil Durk is he's still fighting, right? Dirk's attorneys say the prosecutors didn't bother to give proper notice under federal rules, which require the government to tell the defense what other act evidence it plans to use and to explain exactly why it's relevant. They didn't do that here. What makes this filing land different, I'm talking about Lil Durk, is the context. Judge Michael Fitzgerald already ruled in February 2026 on what evidence the government could and couldn't bring into the trial. That order should have been the end of it. Instead, prosecutors served and proposed exhibit lists in July that, according to Dirk's lawyers, goes well beyond what the court authorized. All right? The defense put it plainly. The government is trying to use gang imagery, drug texts, and unrelated violence to inflame a jury rather than prove the charges are actually on the table, So that's looking like that's going to be a murky case, It's going to be muddy, and we will see. So, keep a close eye on that. All right. And Takeoff's parents, gang. I don't know if y'all know, but Takeoff parents are suing for wrongful death. This is another story on all hip hop. Takeoff parents, the rest in peace to Takeoff, the beloved rapper from Migos, right? They are suing for wrongful death. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have the story right here. We're gonna have this conversation, and we'll see where this goes. But R.I.P. to Takeoff. Kenneth Ball is claiming half a Takeoff wrongful death settlement, but a Georgia probate court will decide in September. His parents are set for September showdown over wrongful death settlement money. Takeoff's mother, Tatiana Davenport, just won a key legal round against the late rapper's father over settlement money. So the parents are fighting over the money. Okay. A Georgia probate court has agreed to take over the split dispute and scheduled a hearing for September 21st, 2026. Court documents obtained by All Hip Hop lay out why Davenport pushed for Georgia to handle this. She and Kenneth Ball, Takeoff's father, are both Georgia residents, and nearly every witness tied to the allocation question lives here too. The bowling alley and its co-owners have already paid the settlement and walked away. So this fight is strictly between Takeoff's parents. So apparently they sued the bowling alley and won. And now the parents are trying to fight each other for the money. Ballcat had come into the case late, joining as an intervener in December 2023, after Davenport had already bought the lawsuit. So the dad came into the situation kind of late. And I guess he's looking for his cut. His finally got a piece of the pie. He's trying to get his piece of the pie. Let me keep this pushing. All right. So his attorney told All Hip Hop that Ball suffered substantial losses, including funeral costs, psychological expenses, and loss of counsel and support. He's pushing for an equal split of the settlement proceeds, despite admitting he was largely absent from Takeoff's life. Man, y'all got some nerve, gang. I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be honest. Davenport has made her counter argument plain in court filings. Ball proved negligible financial support and effectively no emotional support. Ball provided negligible financial support and effectively no emotional support throughout Takeoff's life. She raised him as a single mother, and once the Migos money came in, he covered her housing, vehicles, and daily expenses. She argues, never had that kind of relationship with his son, and she couldn't collect half the settlement and shouldn't collect half the settlement now. The settlement with the bowling alley was reached at the end of 2025 for a confidential amount, according to Billboard. Davenport sued in 2023, arguing that the venue knew celebrities would be there and failed to put in meaningful security measures. So the mom sued back in 2023, that's Davenport, arguing that they didn't protect them. Takeoff was shot and killed on November 1st, 2022 at 810 Billiards and Bowling in downtown Houston during a private dice game that turned violent. He was 28 and left no will, and his estate is estimated at $26 million. All right? So it's a lot going on. What do you guys think about the dad, who the mom is clearly painting as absentee, trying to come in, get part of that settlement? Gang, let me just say this. And I'm going to look at the comments. I'm just going to say this, gang. And I'm just going to be honest. Let me see what I want to say about this kind of stuff. These guys who come in and sue the wife for palimony, right? These guys who's suing Halle Berry and this, that, and the third. I can't relate to them, gang. I can't relate to them. And I definitely can't relate to this. You're going to go sue for, you weren't even in this kid's life. He becomes a grown man, starts making some money, gets murdered, and now you want to come and get half the money. I don't know this guy, but that's kind of wild to me. I don't understand these guys who take their wife money. I don't understand these guys who try to come in and take their son's money. I don't understand it. If you weren't there, stay there. Stay out of it. If she chooses to give you something, be thankful. But to lawyer up and go try to get money and now you got psychological damage is wild. I will respect this guy. I'm going to be honest. This is the best I can do for him. I will respect this guy if after she got her money, he hit her up like a man, like, listen, you know, he was, we were both parents, I asked her for something. I disagree with him trying to sue. 100% disagree. Salute the girly jock for the super chat. He's the deadbeat dad that showed up on draft day. Those guys that do that is wild to me too, guys. Guys, get it together, gang. If you're going to be in your son life, be in the son or don't, right? It's real spitter. So you understand women who take men's money, but not the other way around. I'm a fucking man, my G. I don't take women's money, so I don't relate. All right? Just so you niggas know. I can't relate to suing a woman for her money. I'm just old school like that. My bad. I'm just old school like that. Okay? End of the day, if you suing her for breach of contract or something else, okay, then we go to court. I got to sue you. Business deal gone wrong, this, that, and the third. But I'm different. I'm not going to be trying to, my wife make more money than me, so we break up. I'm going to go sue her to support me. I don't do that. Just so you know. Just so you know. You're not in your kid's life. He blows up. Now you there. Now you want his money. No. No. Sorry, guys. Sorry. That's just not me. I can't relate to it. It's a lot of suckers in this world that do shit like that. I'm not one of them. I'm going to keep it a buck. You got to get out here and make your own way. Big sis God with the jewels, running jewels. And I don't think people think I say this shit to be pandering. No, gang, I really believe the shit I say, gang. Like, I don't say shit to pander, right? I would give more people, I would have twice as many followers if I had this red pill mentality going on here talking crazy about women, this, that, and the third. No, gang. I would already be at 100K. I could get on here and act a fool, right? I could be Kevin Samuels right now. I just don't do sucker shit. I just don't. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Chris Man said Holly Berry got hit like this twice with that Australian model and the French Italian actor. She's going for guys who would do that, guys that don't got nothing else to lose. They losers from the beginning. She got a type, right? Andy Pandy said he's a narcissist, but I think he's legally entitled to sue for the wrongful death of his son. But that's not what he's suing for. He's not suing for wrongful death. She already sued. He jumped in it, which I get what you're saying. He got a right to sue for a wrongful death. But to me, you wasn't even around, gang. So how you know what I mean? Like, to me, it's just like, it's weird to me to show up in court now. I want half the money. I'm going to be honest. That's just me, gang. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm just going to keep it pushing. I know what you're saying. He does have a right. Just because you can don't mean you should. Dude's got a right. A dude got a right to sue his wife that makes more than him, right? Did Eric Benet do that? Somebody did that. So it's like, okay, I get it. You do have a right. You have a right. But as a man, of me walking in the court saying, yeah, I need her, this, that, and the third. Damon said, I believe in alimony. But it's not called alimony when it's a man. It's a palimony. Am I bugging out? Somebody in the comments tell me am I wrong. I thought it was called palimony. I thought alimony was the other one, and palimony is for males. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me. Okay? Now, end of the day, let me just say this. Let's say I'm Stedman and it's Oprah, and we married. Stedman should be making his own money. So me standing up in court trying to take half my wife's money means I am not earning my own money. So me as a male, stand up in court trying to take Oprah's money wild as hell to me. And that's not gonna happen. To me. Cause I gotta emasculate myself, right? I gotta emasculate myself to go into that court. Nick Mick says, what the F is palimony? Clean Black said palimony. Maybe I'm wrong. Palimony, right? Clean Black said palimony. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe it's not. Some people don't look at it as sucker stuff. To me, you're supposed to be the backbone of the relationship. And if I've got to go and say, you're the backbone, I need your money to survive, I might well just get in front of a train, gang. I'm going to keep it honest with you. I might as well jump in front of a train, go bungee jump with no rope, something, gang. Because me telling the court I can't survive without my wife giving me money is crazy, right? Villa said palimony is slang. Okay, there it is. There it is. End of the day, to me, I'm not going to. I get it that we're in this new equal rights world, that this, that, and the third. Me, I'm not going to stand in front of the judge and say, I need my wife's money to survive. That's just me, gang. Something wrong with that, maybe. I don't know. Right? End of the day. Last but not least, before we get out of here, I wanted this story because I found this funny. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I think I found it already. This girl, gang, and I might listen. I know some of you will like this lady, and you like what she says, and you consider her part of the culture. Me, gang, I got a bad taste in my mouth for this lady right here. And it's really probably only 2 black women on the entire planet that give me a bad taste in my mouth. One is Candace Owens, and this the other, right here. I'm going to keep it a buck. I know some of you like Azealia Banks. That's fine. That's cool. But she just did something that I find funny. And I want to get you guys' opinion on it before I get out of here. Azealia Banks just named the worst rapper of all time. And do you guys want to know who Azealia Banks, yes, she's trolling, back again, still getting back at it. She named the worst rapper of all time, gang. I kind of want to give you guys a chance to guess. Right? Guess. But I'm going to tell you. Azealia Banks said the worst rapper of all times is this guy. Flacco, Pretty Flacco. Right? Azealia Banks names A$AP Rocky the worst rapper of all time. That's who Azealia Banks says. Banks be trolling, gang. We know this. You know this. I know this. A 100% troll. Right? 100% troll. She said that A$AP Rocky is the worst rapper of all time. I disagree with this, first of all. Right? I mean, we could do some low-hanging fruit like Benzino or something like that, but I'm not going to say A$AP Rocky. Banks fired off the dig on X in replying to DJ Vlad. Apparently, this feud been going on since 2013. Azealia Banks is once again making headlines after taking aim at A$AP Rocky on social media. The rapper responded to a question posed by DJ Vlad on X, who asked followers, who is the worst rapper of all time? Vlad trolling too. Banks didn't hesitate with her answer. Quote, A$AP Rocky for sure. Banks never hid her disdain for Rocky, most recently accusing him of being from Pennsylvania. But their beef goes back over a decade with the 212 rapper making Rocky the subject of various homophobic posts after he said in an interview that women should not wear red lipstick. As of the publication, Rocky has not responded to Banks. Gang, so you mean to tell me this whole beef over a decade is because he said women shouldn't wear red lipstick? This is what Azealia Banks is mad about with ASAP Rocky? Guys, I can't do it. I cannot do it. That was funny, Shy. That is funny. She says some funny things. I can't rock with. I can't. The amount of hate and trolling she does, I can't do it. I can't do it, gang. I can't. Memphis says she needs to sit down. And she just hates on people that don't deserve it. It'd be ridiculous, gang. I'm gonna be honest. Name a person that Azealia doesn't hate on. Right? Toy said Master Troll. Beautiful Leo says she probably got curved. Just gonna be honest. We deciphered in the building. Skip, salute. So, gang, that's it. That's the show. I hope y'all enjoyed it. ASAP is not my cup of tea. One Odd said, I don't listen to a lot of ASAP either, to be honest, but he's not the worst. Right? D said she also used to date ASAP. I don't know about that. Is that true? Chat, tell me that's true. D Walker said she used to date ASAP. That would explain a whole lot. Woman scorned and all that. That explains a whole lot. Right? All right, so let me see. What else? It must be under the same rock as Takeoff Dad. Who is this lady and what did she do? Journey doesn't know who Azealia Banks is. Good. That's good. That's a good thing. Right? Bing said, nah. Oh, hold on. The beef because he stopped dealing with her. He probably did her dirty, to be honest, but she's still terrible. Oh, so I didn't even know that they were dating. Oh, so this is some get back. Oh, I get it. Say less. Say less. Raphael in the building. Say less. Toy said, that girl lying. Andy Pandy Pie said, I love ASAP. I love his album. And I think he's sexy. All right, y'all going a little, I can't go down that road with you. ASAP has come AI. He isn't a bad rapper. I enjoyed the debut album. All right, gang. Beautiful Leo says, ASAP has really grown as a person. After he beat that trial, he sure did. Gang, listen. Head on over to my guys, black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S., all right? My guy, Ugly Professor, has a new album. Make sure you download, tap in, go listen to it. If track 3, I'm on track 3. I got some other verses on that album. It's a good musical contribution. He's a producer. I'm a rapper. Go check out that album. Gang, listen. I got new merch. This, that, and the third merch. Locking on the links. All right, and I got a video coming out later today. We're gonna be just jamming today. It's gonna be crazy, gang. I appreciate you. And pretty much that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. And on that note, I'm gonna catch y'all on that flip side. Peace. I need the whole left side. Every seat by the window. I need the whole back of the bus. Everybody, move over. You too. Slide your feet over. Everything by this window. I need this. All these seats. Move over. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you. Look. He deserve an EGOT, he hot, color like a peacock. Idiot, slapper, scrapper, mad rapper, D-dot. Bad dopper, clapper, bad rapper. 3 shots, leak the weapons, lethal injections through off your T-top. JFK smiling down through the treetops. Like hold your head, my nigga, wait for the beat drop. Old niggas wagging fingers like it's bebop. Cowboys and girls whistling world like it's teapots. My pen to make your arm heavy G-shot. While your mom trolling.